Pamukkale and its beautiful travertines is one of Turkey's world-famous attractions, which unfortunately attracts big crowds. But what if we told you there was a secret way to beat the crowds and have Pamukkale all to yourself? 6 a.m., still dark out. I hope this is all worth it.
It will. It's really dark.
It is 6:33 a.m. There's no one here. In fact, there was no one working at the auto park. So actually we just sneaked in with our car. So hopefully we won't get into trouble later. But we're gonna go to the gate. They said this is the only gate. The south gate opens at 6:30 a.m. The other two gates are opening at 8 a.m. We're happy. Probably we're the first people here. Biz ilk gelenler miyiz? We're the first people here. Do you see the moon? Now we're gonna see the sun rising up and the moon is here too. How perfect. Aşkım sen de. Can you see this? The hot air balloons are coming right in our circle of this area. I had no idea. This is an incredible experience, but in order to get here early, we had to sacrifice that one, so... Don't worry about coming here during the fall as well, because the water is warm, because it's the geothermal water they have here. Now I'm gonna go into the water. I'm gonna just jump over all the 14 little pools here from one by one. Not really. I can't believe it's just Steve and I in this entire area. And the balloons! They look so incredible here in the early morning. This place may get jam-packed very quick.
For those who are curious, if you're walking around, don't worry about slipping so much. You have to not wear sneakers or shoes when you're walking around here. It's more of like a clayey, muddy type of substance. It's not likely that you're gonna slip as long as you're being careful.
These pools are actually man-made. The original travertines are over there, and the original travertines are not allowed to be approached by human anymore because unfortunately a lot of people in the past harmed the original travertines. They purposely colored them up as well to make it look cleaner and whiter for people come in.
So if you want to come here and have this amazing experience by yourself in the travertines of Pamukkale, you got to aim for Tuesday. But any day, Tuesday through Thursday is going to work best. Mondays and Fridays, they bus in tour groups from Antalya. And then, of course, Saturdays and Sundays, a lot of Turkish tourists come to check out this beautiful place themselves.
I still can't believe there's no one here. It's almost 8 a.m.
It's almost the official start time to open. Most people don't know that you could actually show up at 6:30 like we found out. And I'm so glad this one forced me out of bed this morning.
Well, after here, we're gonna get to the Cleopatra Pool, literally right across from here. It is 100 lira to go into the Cleopatra Pool though. And they open at 8 a.m. But if you have a museum card, like we do, it's not 100 liras, it's 50 liras.
So we're about to leave for the Cleopatra Pools, but we wanted to give you two quick fun facts about Pamukkale. Pamukkale itself actually means cotton castle, and of course because of the calcium that bubbled up due to geothermal activity and formed around here, giving it its white color, it looks exactly like a cotton castle. And two, one sister city of Pamukkale is Las Vegas, Nevada, which makes almost no sense that Sin City, the gambling capital of the world, would be a sister city of Pamukkale, but it is.
It is 8 a.m. and the security just showed up here. Now he's the third person here in this area other than us. Günaydın.
Time for the Cleopatra Pool. Let's go.
Walking towards the Cleopatra Pool. Other than us, we haven't seen anyone visiting here, this area. The only people around is the people who work here. It's 10 Turkish lira deposit to get a big locker like this, and when you're done, when you're returning your key, they give you your money back. So we got the ticket for the Cleopatra Pool, and we have the locker too. We beat the crowd. You get to swim with this whole remains under the water, and the water is geothermal, so it's really warm.
We came to the Cleopatra Pool, we swam, we conquered, and now it's been completely invaded by tourists. We were the second people here at the Cleopatra Pool, met a super nice Turkish guy. While swimming here, we took pictures of each other. So thank you very much, Murat, we greatly appreciate that. But yes, if you get here right around 8 o'clock after doing the travertines, you'll have that to yourself, and then you'll have this either all to yourself or mostly to yourself. We made it to the amphitheater here in the ancient city of Hierapolis. It's not necessarily as well preserved or restored as Ephesus itself, Obviously, the travertines and the Cleopatra Pool are the most famous part, but the amphitheater definitely has been one of the most well-restored parts of this entire ancient city. Since the 1950s, and in particular in 2009 to 2013, they've done an amazing job of restoring everything you see behind me, including like the lower bowl, as well as the stage. Don't worry, they're not gonna let me operate this heavy machinery. They just let us borrow it for this short time, and I'm gonna let the professionals really do their job. Just like Ephesus, a lot of Pamukkale is still actually under the ground, the ancient city of Hierapolis. So they're uncovering it and excavating it. It could actually take you another few hours after seeing the travertines and the Cleopatra pools. It's a 2.5 kilometer stretch all the way to the north gate from the south gate. There's actually a little visited archaeology museum to show off some of the ancient relics from the Greco-Roman city of Hierapolis, here kind of off to the side of the travertines. It's 12 Turkish liras extra, but of course if you have the museum card just like we do, it's free to enter.
Hey babe, I'm a little tired, I'm just gonna go nap here.
Little did this ancient Roman health official know anything about COVID-19. So Gökçe now has seen about 7 or 8 puppies at the entrance of Pamukkale, and she now wants to adopt one?
I mean, how adorable they are. Look at that. I want to take one of them on the way back home. Oh my god, this can't even run. It keeps falling. Look. I think he wants me. We're heading over to
Salda Lake.
Did you see that? The cotton field?
Yep, not too far from Pamukkale itself is an actual cotton field, giving Pamukkale its cotton castle name. We found a Kokorec place on the side of the road as we were heading over to Salda Lake, and it's basically a converted bus into a Kokorec restaurant next to a gas station. I love Kokorec, and some of these places on the sides of the road like this make some of the best Kokorec you can find here in Turkey. This Otogas, Kokobus, is one of 5 buses in all of Turkey that have been converted into a restaurant. There is even the seating inside, just like a bus style seating. So unique, and I'm so glad we stopped by. Çok lezzetli. Borcumuz ne kadar? So Kokobus is not on the internet at all. This is super secret that we're sharing with you. We'll try to do a little bit more digging to provide the location down below in our description. We are on our way to Salda Golu. It is one of the most beautiful and well-known lakes here in Turkey. It's about an hour and a half away from Pamukkale. There's things you should know if you're coming here. First off, it's actually going to be closed on October 15th, so by the time you're seeing this, you can't come to these Beyaz Adalar or White Islands. Another thing you need to keep in mind, 10 Turkish liras to park here with the car.
This is actually not sand. This is like a very muddy area right now. It's made of fossils, and because of a lot of people coming to visit here, it's getting harmed. They're actually planning to open a new public beach on the right side of this road for people to come like get this beach experience out of their system, and this part of White Island is going to be closed after 15th of October, maybe permanently. Now we're gonna go dip our feet into the water and enjoy it a little.
So the really unique thing about Salda Golu, which makes it a huge attraction for people to come, is it's a bit like the Maldives in the sense that it has a sandbank, but it's made out of the sediment, the mud sediment that kind of builds up, and you get this opportunity to kind of walk across a sandbank before the lake kind of dips off and goes down to about 200 meters deep further in. It definitely pays to walk if you get here a little bit on the late side. Right by the main entrance, there's probably a few hundred people still at this point in the afternoon. But if you just walk a few hundred meters to the right, there's probably only like 25 to 30 or so people over by us now.
We walked around probably 15-20 meters until here. I wanted to go further, but it gets deeper so quick, and the mud is kind of sucks your feet inside of it as well. And this lake is actually one of the deepest lakes in the entire country. Steve is going to get some mud from the ground.
Another reason that this place is so popular is because the mud here actually has healing process for your skin. A lot of people come here and put the mud on their face. They were doing it so much, though, unfortunately, that they've actually banned you from taking the mud now out of Salda Golu. So definitely don't try to do that.
Do you see the flamingos, Steve? Did you see them? Mud face?
Yes, mud face. Thank you very much. Apparently there's flamingos in this part of Turkey at Salda Golu. Who would have known? If only they would come a little bit closer.
I know, they're so far.
There were 5 flamingos actually here in Salda Golu. Pretty impressive. I never thought we'd see the flamingos here. As I'm trying to get back to Gökçe, I'm almost stumbling and falling here in the water.
Are your feet cold?
Yeah, the mud is definitely making my feet a little bit chilly as we're getting closer to sundown right about now. Pamukkale, the Cleopatra Pools, and Hierapolis, along with Salda Golu, were amazing and made for a fantastic day. The detour is definitely well worthwhile to come here for a few hours, and we highly recommend it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. There's so much more beauty than these main tourist areas that we can't wait to share with you.
He brought this plant just for me from Egypt. Just like Mark Anthony. It's so weird to be a tourist in your own country.